Two abbreviations and one common goal: to work together more. ASEAN and EEU became closer, and this international seminar confirms this. This is the first time the meeting of representatives of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the Eurasian Economic Union is held on such a large scale, more than 100 heads and experts of ministries and departments face-to-face. Common economic interests, similar international challenges. The ASEAN and the EEU have common topics for discussion and sharing. Regional integration holds a specific place in this dialogue. From the Eurasian Economic Union to the ASEAN countries come grain crops, meat, metal and products, and minerals products, salt, sulfur, oil, ore, cement. In reply, they get cars, equipment, food, textile, footwear and chemicals. Both integration blocks are aiming for high technologies. That is what rules the world today. In the ASEAN countries, these spheres of activity are also a top priority for most of the participants and corporations, for the majority of countries. We consider that the unique opportunity is being formed to help the Russian and Eurasian high-tech companies and corporations take up an absolutely different position, more favorable, more profitable, and increase their share of presence in ASEAN regions and economies. Increase this share substantially and change its quality. Their purpose is to find new interaction formats, taking into account the idea of the greater Eurasian partnership. The world is changing rapidly, the geopolitical situation and financial markets are not always stable. However, the countries of Southeast Asia, on this background, show a steady economic growth and an increase in investment activity. The ultimate goal is to develop both trade and breakthrough technologies simultaneously. Experts say the digital economy and smart cities mark the nearest joint future of EEU and ASEAN. These regions comprise Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia. These are all the key growing economies with which we have to build correct, adequate relations aimed at the future. The Memorandum of Understanding between ASEAN and the EU is already being implemented. I think that today we will make further plans. The international economic relations by new rules, trade liberalization, removal of barriers, improvement of legal framework on the basis of the best world practices. The second day of the seminar, supported by the information partner MKR Media Holding, began with the discussion of a reference model of a single window system, searching for goods, signing of contracts, payment, delivery, all in one data system. The task is not only to accelerate all the processes, but also to increase security, both for businesses and for government bodies. It's like talking about an ecosystem which uses the most advanced digital economies and will allow to transform international economic activity into a digital format and to build it into a digital economy of each country. The more information you have, the better mutual understanding you come to. The development of investment cooperation was another important subject of the seminar. Its participants are sure the combination of scientific and technical potentials will provide the emergence of new ambitious investment projects. The market of ASEAN is looking forward to high-speed vessels, ships, ground-effect vehicles, planes, helicopters and so on. The powerful Russian experience in the military and technical sphere will surely help in this respect. We could scale up massively the cooperation in this area, taking into account the joint investments, because cooperation with ASEAN countries is specific. They try not to import, they also pay attention to creating their own industrial base. Therefore, if we manage to find within our interaction the points of implementation of joint investment projects on the basis of our technologies, I believe it will make a breakthrough, which will allow to increase the volume of mutual trade several times and multiply joint investments many-fold. Today, the mutual economy turnover is not big enough, but it makes the joint process of making new history even more interesting. What's more, being a participant of the Asian economic miracle, instead of just watching it from the sidelines, means for each country of the EEU getting a chance of its own rapid development. Ksenia Komisarova, Dmitry Golovko, Anton Kosolapov, TV Bricks.